welcome back to another beer review. I'm Ben the Beer Lad, and today I'm going to be doing a Brew York beer. This one is Rhubarb and Custardz, and it's a Rhubarb and Custard sour. It is 4.9%, and it says all that right there on the front. This one is another one that came from Priesttown. I don't remember how much it cost. And yeah, that's about it. The guff on the back says, the second release in our ongoing Sweet Shop mini-series. This time we're taking inspiration from the classic Rhubarb and Custard treats for this zingy yet smooth sour. Rhubarb adds a distinct tartiness, with the custard element coming from added vanilla for a mellow, creamy finish. It says that there. Now I didn't realise they were a series until I had 2 or 3, but I've had, like I say, 2 or 3 of the series already. I've had the pineapple cubes, I've had the lemon sherbets, I think I've had cola cubes, I'm not sure. I didn't realise this one was part of it, but now I know. So far I've quite enjoyed them. The can art is pretty much the same as the others. It's just the sweets in a jar with a sweet bag, and there's a, yeah, there it is, the sort of spoon that holds all the sweets. This one is not a vegan beer, it's just a vegetarian because it has lactose in. And then there's the graph there, which is a usual Brew York graph, and it's got all that. Anyway, with all that said, let's crack it open and see what we've got, shall we? Nice bit of fizz to that. Now, there it is. That is the entire can. So, got ourselves a nice hazy copper coloured beer with a white, off-white compact head. Looks quite nice. Let's get a smell and see what we get, shall we? I can smell the lactose in there. You know what, after it settles down a little, I can actually smell Rhubarb and Custardz, the sweets. I'm not a big fan of them myself, but I'm also not a big fan of Reese's Pieces, and I had Big Reese and quite enjoyed it, so doing this for science. It smells quite nice, actually. So let's get a mouthful for body and carb. Carbonation's quite light. Body, I'd say, is a medium body. So far, so good. Let's get a big old taste. Cheers. Oh, wow. It's not sour. It's nowhere near a sour. I'm not even going to say that it's got like a little tart. There's no sourness in that at all. But it does taste exactly like a Rhubarb and Custard sweet. It's like a liquid Rhubarb and Custardz. I do get a bit of lactose in there as well, but besides that, it's just Rhubarb and Custard sweets. Exactly how you'll remember them. Like I say, I didn't really like them, but I do actually quite like this drink. It's not that bad. It's not over the top and just, I don't want to say pure Rhubarb and Custardz because it does taste like it, but it's quite a mellow flavouring of them, which is quite alright for me. I'm actually a fan of this. It's really quite nice. But there's no other flavours, and I wasn't expecting any other flavours. Just tastes like Rhubarb and Custard sweets, hard-boiled sweets. That's what it tastes like. And then there's a bit of lactose in there, but there's no sour, which has actually upset me a little, because I was expecting a nice, a nice tarty, sour, a nice something, and it's more or less like drinking literally anything except the sour. There's no sourness in this, so it's more like drinking an IPA or a pale ale or something like that. It doesn't have the flavours of it, but it feels like it doesn't feel like a sour because there's no sourness to it, unfortunately. But like I say, flavour's quite nice. So I think with that, I'm gonna go away and enjoy this because it's not that bad. So Brew York's Rhubarb and Custardz, Rhubarb and Custard Sour out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 7 only because there's no sourness in it. I think if it had sour, I'd probably give it a 9, but because there's no tartiness, there's no zingy, typical sour feel about it, I'm gonna knock it to a 7 just because it's not what you put on the can, but flavour's alright. So 7 out of 10. It's a good beer flavour wise. It's probably a good beer if you want to start getting into sours, but like I say, there's no sourness, so it doesn't really matter. So anyway, if you have had this before, please let me know. Let me know what you think, if you like it, if you don't. If you've not had it, I'll leave a link to Brew York's website down below where you can maybe pick one up. I haven't checked. Like I say, I got mine from Priesttown. I don't know how much it cost, but you can probably still get them there. If you like the video though, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that usual stuff. If you want to subscribe, consider doing so because the show must go on, etc, etc, so on and so forth, and I'll see you later.